Hello, Instagram. Happy Tuesday. Happy Thursday. Hey, you guys. Cleaning my glasses. Cleaning my glasses. I have a few minutes before I jump in to my yoga class. I wanted to share something with you guys that was coming through. For myself, maybe for you too. Hey, what's up? I'm gonna grab my phone because why not? Okay, hi everyone. I want to share what I'm feeling into on this planet right now, what we're going through. Man, there are moments where I drop into the awareness, the remembrance, the presence of what we're actually going through as a human collective, and it blows my mind. I talk about this a lot, right? Because I'm going through my own kind of personal alchemization process, I keep calling it, where there's this literally, I don't know if you guys are feeling this, but there feels like there is literally an alchemical, energetic process that is happening in my physical body, like an actual energetic transformation that is occurring. And that is the process of shifting vibrations, right? That's the process of this evolution in human consciousness. Now, of course, we're not the human, we're consciousness. But we're in a physical form right now. We're in a physical body. We are encapsulated by this physicality. And it's the physical form that is alchemizing, shifting. It's moving from one vibrational state to another vibrational state, or you could say from one frequency to another frequency. It's physical and energetic. It's happening. And it's happening in order to elevate the entire collective human consciousness on the planet, so that the entire human collective can eventually find themselves living in new ways of being, new states of being. This is the natural process of what we're in. But in the everyday now moments that we find ourselves in, it is a absolute roller coaster, holy cow, miraculous shit show, up and down experience, right? Where there may be days where you feel super chill and like, I've got this. And then there are moments where you are literally pummeled into some dark crevice within your physical form that is holding some deep memory of the child of you were at 5 years old, when these intense thought forms popped in that you're not worthy, or that you're not safe in the world, or that you're not allowed to feel this, or you've got to live in lack. This alchemical process that you and I are going through, it's not just internal, okay? It is very internal. You are, if you are, well, it's a huge feeling state, okay? So bravo to all of you that are feeling. But it's not just an internal alchemization, it's an external alchemization. I mean, this is one of the things that we saw the last 4 years, is that there is an alchemical process that is happening out there in the external world as well, right? Which is that lower vibrational ways of being, interacting, and engaging in the world is shifting into higher vibrational ways of being. So we have been in a very deep programmed state for a very long time, thousands of years. And when the collective, the human collective, begins to increase its frequency, it begins to really see these patterns. Mind control, right? Imprisonment of the mind, programming, the sheep mentality, right? Like you're herded, etc. These are low vibrational ways of being. It just is. It's what we've been in. But we have to alchemize that, which means that we have to see that it's real, that we're in it. And then we have to process that awareness through our bodies. Holy shit, I've been programmed, I've been controlled, I have been manipulated, I've been lied to, like I live in these states of fear, the government has control over me. You have to start to feel that. It alchemizes through your body, and then you begin to pull yourself back into a sovereign or autonomous state of being. So you currently, right now, whether you're aware of this or not, you are learning how to be autonomous again, both internally and externally. So autonomous is very similar to sovereign, that you feel safe in your space, in your field, in your body. You feel safe in the external world. You realize that you are in charge, that you are making choices, that you're not necessarily being controlled in all of the ways that you thought you are, even though we still are in many ways. There is this kind of world that you are creating that feels more whole in the external world. And then this autonomous state is being created in your internal world. So you will always have thought, you will always have emotion if you're in this human experience. You're always going to have some sort of programming that's going to want to come in, okay? You're always going to be engaging with other people. Autonomy is when you learn that you, in here, the you that is aware of everything happening, that you're safe. That you're safe to have all the crazy thoughts. That you're safe to feel everything that's moving through you because it's always alchemizing, it's always shifting, right? That you're safe to be all of you. You know, when you think about moving into new states of being, okay, you have to be the version of you that you came onto the planet to be, the truest expression of you, not the expression that other people want or the expression that people have told you most of your life, but this true, deep, like soul signature expression of you. Times in your life where you have felt so joyful, where time has stood still, where you've just been you. Right? Now, on one level, the you that you think that you are isn't you. It's an illusion because you're actually consciousness, but you are playing a role, right? You're playing a role right now as the human. And so as you play this role, there are moments where you feel sovereign, you feel autonomous, you feel at peace, you feel whole, right? And then you get rattled back out of that place. Right? Whether it's the external world that does it or the internal world. Every single one of us is getting the opportunity right now, over and over again, through your own emotions, through your own thoughts, through the experiences of other people, in friendships, relationships, family members, whatever it is, to show you how far away you are from your true expression. Right? From feeling safe being all of you, from feeling safe interacting in the world, from feeling safe speaking what your truth is to the world, feeling safe to just feel what's out there in the world. This idea that we have to stay focused on only the positive, right? That's if we look at what's actually occurring, then we perpetuate that. And that's like saying if you look at your own trauma, you're perpetuating the trauma. If you've done any healing work in your life, you know that it's the opposite, right? That you actually have to look at the trauma. You have to feel it. You have to acknowledge it in order for you to move that trauma, which is energy, through the body. And you start choosing new ways of being. You don't let the trauma tell you who you are anymore. It's the same thing with the external world. You know, this idea that we can't look at the trauma in the world because we perpetuate it is absolute bullshit. So we have to keep remembering that this game that we're in, this evolution that we're in, is not about running from, you know, that which we don't want to see, or that which is painful, or that which hurts, right? This human game that we're in is the most courageous game that you as consciousness have ever been in. I promise you. You can't get any lower in frequency, in physicality, with awareness. You can't. Consciousness cannot get any lower in vibrational rate and still have awareness than the lowest state that we're in right now. And what that means is that there is so much chaotic energies that can be experienced in this very low frequency, right? And as we begin to recognize more and more, wow, the human journey is all about the up and down, the in and out, the dropping to my knees and then singing to the gods, right? Finding heaven and hell, right? Simultaneously. There is no such thing as I need to go somewhere in order to find heaven, right? There is no such thing as I need to clear out all of my trauma to find heaven. There is no such thing as I need to be in a specific frequency to find heaven on earth. Heaven is right here, right now, in every single moment, while simultaneously hell exists. That's the third dimension. That's the frequency of this reality, physical reality that we're in. And the illusion, breaking out of that illusion, is recognizing that you are just consciousness in physical body experiencing this. That you're along for the ride. What are you choosing to continue to believe is you? What are you continuing to choose to believe is you? What thoughts are continuing to pull you down the rabbit hole? And if you're anything like me right now, your thoughts are becoming more and more insistent. They're getting louder and louder because the light is turning on in the room that you are in. Your awareness of all of the ways in which you have been on this planet are getting brighter and brighter and brighter, so you literally feel like it's getting worse. Same with the external world, my friends. It's going to get a lot more intense out there. We're going to see a lot more. We're going to feel like we're out of control, that we're not going to be able to make change, that it's too much, that they have too much control over us. There's too much manipulation, and on one level that's true. And on a completely opposite flip side of the coin, it's absolutely nonsense. The way we change this entire planet is that we first have to be able to stand within our own physical bodies and feel everything. We're doing it simultaneously as we shift the external world. But I will say this until the day that I die. If we, as individual human experiences, do not go in to the depths of our core and stand in the darkest crevices of our physical body where we have stored deep trauma, where we have stored deep limiting beliefs, where we have stored deep programming and mind control, if we don't go inward to feel that, to see that, to recognize that, if we continue to solely focus on how the external world is horrible and bad and manipulating and controlling us, but we don't go inward, it's never going to happen. It's not going to happen. No matter how loud we get out there, no matter how much we fight out there, if there is not an internal, autonomous, sovereign awareness throughout your day, this is going to take a lot longer. So I promise you, every single one of you right now watching this, throughout your day, I promise you, you are literally going through a roller coaster. Days where you feel so badass, and days where you literally feel like your thoughts and your emotions are taking you. Yes to that. Yes. Days where you feel pummeled and there's so much anxiety that you can barely walk. You can't even get out of bed, right? And days where you feel like everything's smooth sailing. Yes. We are being taught by ourselves. You are teaching you. We are teaching ourselves. We are teaching each other how to be in this and no longer run, no longer numb out. It's mind-blowing and mind-boggling to me what we are actually doing here. It's next level. It's next level to feel in such an intense way. So if you are if you're wondering what WTF is going on and why you continue to find yourself spiraling, or you continue to find yourself in suffering or struggle, right? Or you continue to find yourself in more anxiety. You continue to find yourself doing the same patterns. You continue to find yourself resisting life, right? That's the gift. The gift is to be able to find little tools that can remind you that you are designed to move through this. Move through it. Moment by moment, breath by breath. This is why you came here. This is why we are here. There are no mistakes. There are no accidents. The planet is holding space for all of us. She knows exactly what's going on. You, as awareness, as consciousness, is holding space for yourself as the little you that identifies with all of this begins to recognize that you're none of it. This is an absolute divine design. This is an evolution in human consciousness. We are consciousness in physical form, evolving in a physical form. We as consciousness are not evolving. The physical body is evolving. And we are continuing to pull the entire human collective into new states of being. And we start with ourselves. So be gentle on yourselves. Don't give up on yourself. Try not to beat yourself up. If you're numbing yourself, go ahead and numb, but at least be aware that you're numbing, because I promise you, you will eventually have to go into what it is that you're hiding from, running from, or numbing from. Right? And if you aren't feeling anything, get more still. Get more quiet. Be alone even more. Stillness is the key to all of this. Stillness will show you exactly what you need to see. Stillness will show you exactly what you need to feel. Stillness with no speaking. My girlfriend and I were just in Hawaii for 6 or 7 days. We hardly spoke to each other. We were like, I am in this alchemical process. I'll see you when we get out. And we went in. We went in. There wasn't activities. We weren't running around. One day we did, but we were in the process. And we were just held in that stillness. And that is the last thing that humanity is taught to do. We are taught to be distracted all day long with anything other than stillness with yourselves. And I'm telling you, stillness is the fastest way through. And it's also the most excruciating way through. Being absolutely still with yourself is excruciating. It's excruciating. But it's the fastest way. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for remembering. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for dropping into the human body. Be gentle with yourselves. I love you. Mwah.